Hello everyone. Now I'm standing here at Igusti Ngurah Rai International Airport, which is a gate to the island of paradise. And yes, it is Bali Island. As we know, Bali is one of the best tourism destinations in Indonesia and even the world. In Bali, you can find many tourism objects such as beautiful beaches, natural rice field, and many other amazing tourism objects and tourism attraction that you can enjoy in Bali. But need to be remembered that Bali is not only depends on its beautiful panorama. Its rich culture and local tradition and unique Balinese social life will amaze you and complete your journey in this island of God. And with a lot of tourism object, magnificent tourism object, and unique social culture that you can enjoy in Bali, it is not a doubt. So, it is not a doubt that Bali has recognized as world number one island and world number one best tourism spot that you can visit. I'm Agung Ketut Darma Putra. In this great opportunity, I'm going to be your virtual tour guide. So now I will take you to one of the best tourism destination in Bangli Regency. And of course, it is the famous one. Well, exactly, it is Penglipuran village. So let's get started. Here we are in Penglipuran village. This village is located at Penglipuran Street, Kubu Village, Bangli Regency. It takes about 85 minutes from Igusti Ngurah Rai International Airport to get here. And for the entrance ticket, it is around 10,000 rupiah to 30,000 rupiah. And don't forget to follow the health protocol if you are planning to come to this tourism destination. So now, in this great opportunity, I'm going to be your virtual tour guide, and now I would like to tell you about several things in this village. So let's start with how this village was built. This village was built in 13th century, which a long time ago, the king of Bangli has a project in Kubu village. And then he asked to the Bayunggede people from Bayunggede village to help him to finish this project. And after it, Bayunggede people finished this project. And then the king gave a land in Kubu village as a present to Bayunggede people. Then Bayunggede people start to build their house, their life, and start living very long time in this new village until it became as Penglipuran village as now. So, about the people's social life, their socio-cultural, Penglipuran people adopt the three mandala concept, which is related with three hita karana concept to live their life. The three mandala concept consists of three parts. It is Utama Mandala, Madhya Mandala, and Nista Mandala. The first one is Utama Mandala. Utama Mandala is a sacred area for Penglipuran people to build a sacred or holy building such as Penataran Temple and Bali Agung Temple. Then, as you can see here, I'm standing in front of the Majesty Gate, which is in Bali, it is called as Candi Bentar. Candi Bentar is a symbol to remind to Balinese people, specifically to Hindu people, to purify their minds, their hearts, in order to connect their mind to God, to keep the harmonious between human and God. Ida sayang widiwasa. And the second one is Madhya Mandala. Madhya Mandala is a place for villagers to build their houses and live with their family. Didn't forget to interact between each other. This is in order to keep the harmonious between human beings. And last, we have Nista Mandala, which is an area for cemetery or graveyard, and for the people or the villagers for farming. And then, now, can you see this? You know what it is? This is a curved pole of bamboo, which decorated with many decorations. Balinese people call it as penjor. Penjor is a symbol for Balinese people, especially Hindu people, to show humans thankful and grateful to God, Ida Sang Dewasa, because of His blessing and mercy for humans' life. Usually, Balinese people, Hindu people, make this penjor one day or even 1 week before Galungan Day, and then they will burn it into ashes after 35 days of Galungan, namely Pagatwakan Day. And next, there are main elements of this penjor. First, we have this curved pole of bamboo, which is the symbol of God of the creation, Brahma. And it means the source of life. Next, we have this shaped triangle with many things inside it, many things completed. Anyway, this shaped triangle in Bali, they call it as Sanggah Cucu. There are lama, which is the symbol of the earth. And then they have ritual offerings on it. And those things complete the Sanggah Cucu, which is the meaning of it is the start of the human's life, namely Pemuncuk. And then there are many things, many elements that I want to mention to you include in this penjor, namely the coconut leaves. Specifically, it's young coconut leaves. And then we have flower leaves, and then corn, rice, and then coconut fruit, banana, small cookies on it. All of it in Bali, they call it as palabungka, palawija, and palagantung. So there are two things that I need to mention to you before I leave this penjor. You know, the first one is the sacred art, this sacred lecture. It is in Bali, namely Ongkara, to symbolize God. And then we have Sampian Gantung, which is made from the young coconut leaves. It is to remind people all of the Hindu people to have humble to each other. Next, we will move to the next place. We have to be look in this many villagers' houses. As you can see, this village have its own characteristic. Need to know that this village is one of the villages in Bali that still maintain their own layout, their original layout, and still they maintain their traditional architecture. As you can see, most of the main gate or the house entrance of these people in Penglipuran are similar. They are made up with bamboos, stones, and then wood, and etc. It is not a doubt that this village is number 3 in the world, the best, cleanest village in the world, and number 1, the cleanest village in Indonesia. Because of the people in the Penglipuran is very disciplined about clean lives. And then if you want to know more and explore about this village house, so let's come in. And wow, look at this. In the villager's house, you can see that the owners of the house sell or have a business like food and drinks. Of course, this is a traditional food and beverage, and then they sell handicraft. Specifically, it's Balinese handicraft there. And if you want to buy it or maybe take it as a souvenir, it's good for you. But it is good for you. It's great if you want to try these unique drinks. It is loloh cham cham. Alright, you gotta try this. Alright, this loloh cham cham ingredients are cham cham leaves, chili, palm oil, sugar, and salt. And also, the last is tamarind. Can you imagine how it tastes? Well, it tastes a little bit salty, sour, sweet, and even chili at the same time. It makes it. So you gotta try that. And the price, it's only 5,000 rupiah and 10,000 rupiah. And then the function, so it's good for you. It's good for your healthy, these traditional drinks. And of course, it's good to improve your blood pressure. So that's it. Let's move to the next building. And now we have Balai Sakenem, which is the place for the family to do the family ceremony, which is ngaben, mepandes, and etc. Basically, this building, the rooftop was made up with bamboos and the stones on the wall itself. So the other building that I want to mention is Paon. This building is used to cook, to save the kitchen tools, and to save granary as well. And in this building, the villagers usually take a rest. And of course, this building are basically made up with bamboos as well, the rooftop as well, the rooftop itself, and the wall. So the next building that I want to mention in this villager's house is the family temple, or they are small temple. Actually, this temple is usually used to pray for the family in order to remembering the ancestors. And that's it. Anyway, every house in this village consists of these three buildings, which is Balai Sakeneng, Spaon, and then this Merajan or the small temple. Okay, that's it about the villager's house. So let's move to the next place. By the way, maybe some of you question, so when is the best time to visit this village? This is a good time. Now, in Galungan and Kuningan weeks, you will feel a great vibe, a sacred vibe of this village. You can see many penjors of villagers' houses in front of their house, and then you can take a picture there. Maybe you want to upload it in social media or anything else. And then the great time to visit this village is on the weekday, of course. Why? Because there is no more people. There is no much people much than the weekend. Just a little bit. Just a small people, small, little bit people here. And then let's go to the other object. Here we are in front of the Karang Memadu. So the word Karang means a land. Memadu means polygamy. So Karang Memadu is a place for the people who did polygamy. They will be isolated out of the society with their rights and their responsibility, as Penglipuran people will be cut off. Well, some of you question why they made such rules. It is because Penglipuran people gave a high respect for the woman and the faithfulness itself. So that is all about Karang Memadu. So let's move to the last object in this village. And yes, here we are. We are in bamboo forest. Here you can feel and exhale fresh air of the nature of the forest itself. This forest is about 45 hectares wide, and this forest produces the one of the best bamboos in Bali. And of course, the villagers have their own way to preserve this forest. With awig, they call it in Bali, and it is the rules to preserve the nature. And then this forest is good for you maybe to take wedding photos, maybe pictures to upload to social media, because this is quite silent place. So this is good for you for the last object maybe, or maybe you can come first before you enter the village. So I think that's it. All of things that I can tell to you about Penglipuran village. And I do apologize if I have done many mistakes during this tour guide, during this virtual tour guide. So I hope you enjoy my video. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope this information will be useful for you. And that's it. Have a great day.